They won't admit it, but it's written all over their energy. They act like they support you, like they want the best for you, but their actions always say otherwise. The compliments sound sweet, but the eyes, cold. The tone, off. Their spirit can't lie. They never wanted you to win. And now that you're rising, they're choking on your elevation. Some of them used to laugh at your dreams. Now they mimic your every move. You can feel it. The energy has shifted. Suddenly they're quiet, distant, awkward. They don't clap like they used to, or maybe they never clapped at all, because deep down, they always saw your light as a threat. They wanted you to dim, to doubt yourself, to give up, but instead you stood tall. You found yourself, you worked in silence, you healed in the shadows. And now that you're glowing again, they can't stand the heat of your radiance. Your confidence burns their insecurities alive. They used to underestimate you, thinking you'd stay small forever. But what they didn't know is that pressure makes diamonds, and you were always meant to shine, just not for their approval. Your glow was never up for negotiation. Some of these people are so bitter they pretend not to see you winning. But behind the scenes, they watch everything, studying, copying, competing, hoping you'll fall off so they can catch up. But what they don't realize is, you're not in their lane. You were never in their lane. You've outgrown their frequency. You've outgrown their low-vibration gossip, their two-faced kindness, their silent jealousy. And they feel it. That's why they act strange now. You're not crazy. You're not being dramatic. You're just discerning the truth. This is spiritual warfare in disguise. These aren't just shady friends or distant relatives. Some of these people are carriers of envy. They're infected with it. And envy doesn't just watch you. It plots, it schemes, it tries to attach itself to your blessings like a parasite. That's why the Most High has been removing people from your life. Some exits didn't make sense back then, but you see it now. The betrayal, the ghosting, the lies. It was protection in disguise. It was divine intervention. You just didn't realize it at the time. You're not crazy for choosing peace, for pulling back, for going silent. You're not wrong for protecting your energy, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Not everyone deserves access to your light. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Because here's the truth. Some people only loved you when you were broken, when you were lost, when you needed them. But the moment you healed, the moment you no longer needed validation, they felt threatened. Your independence offended their control. Let them feel how they feel. You don't owe anyone an explanation for outgrowing your pain. You don't need to apologize for evolving. If your healing offends people, let it. If your light triggers them, so be it. You weren't born to stay in the shadows just to make them feel comfortable. They see your power even when you don't. That's why they try to silence you. That's why they try to compete, copy, or downplay you. But what they fail to realize is this. You're not in competition with anyone. You're too focused on your purpose. You didn't ask to be chosen. You didn't ask to be gifted. You didn't ask for the spiritual strength you carry. But now that you see what you carry, it's your responsibility to guard it, to move wisely, to stop letting everyone sit at your table just because they say they're hungry. Some of them are only there to eat, and they'll bite the very hand that feeds them. That's why you have to move with discernment. Pay attention to energy. Pay attention to actions. Because some people are loud in public and poisonous in private. They pretend to support you but secretly want you to fail. They act like they're proud, but they mock you behind closed doors. You're not paranoid. You're perceptive. And your intuition? That's divine guidance. Never ignore it again. There's a reason you've felt uncomfortable around certain people. There's a reason you've been pushed to isolate. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The universe was clearing the noise so you could hear your own soul again. Stay grounded. Stay focused. You're rising and the pressure will only increase. but so will your strength, your wisdom, and your glow. This is your time. Keep going. And remember, chosen one, your light will always expose their darkness. Let it. And now repeat this prayer with me. Divine source of truth and protection, I thank you for the clarity you're giving me now. When confusion surrounds me and masks fall away, I trust that you're revealing what I need to see. Thank you for removing people who never had good intentions for me. I may not have understood their departure, but now I recognize it was your way of guarding my heart and my purpose. Please strengthen my intuition, so I no longer ignore the red flags. Help me to walk with discernment, choosing peace over proximity and purpose over popularity. I release any guilt I've carried for pulling back from people who once had access to me. My peace matters, my energy matters, my growth matters, and I claim that fully now. Cleanse my spirit of any bitterness or resentment. Let me move forward not in fear, but in wisdom. I don't want revenge, I want alignment. Help me to forgive silently and distance myself with love. Let those who harbor envy fall away without drama. I don't need closure when peace is the answer. Surround me with those who celebrate me genuinely. Align me with souls who encourage my expansion, not those who compete with it. May I never shrink myself to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold me. Elevate my thinking, guard my emotions, lead me by truth. I declare that I am protected, guided, and surrounded by divine favor. No weapon of envy, gossip, or sabotage shall prosper. And as I rise, may I stay humble, grateful, and grounded, knowing that this light is not for show, but for purpose. Amen.